fancy photos.
Right.
That takes whatever. You do a minute and 40 seconds of we're the greatest in the world, so and so. You do a minute of the title girl telling you how wonderful title insurance is. You do another minute and a half. You're done.
Right. I don't think anything else. Show that brings you new listings and insight from Miami to you. I'm your host and fellow peer, John Porter, here with Sal Davidi of Davidi Realty. The topic of the week, Sal, is the importance of insurance.
Yeah, I mean, especially in South Florida.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, one of the big issues here is the insurance, the cost of the insurance, the coverage of the insurance. The cost of the insurance will factor into your actual what you can and cannot qualify for.
Mm-hmm. Is there different kinds of insurances? Or, like, can I get a different...
Yeah,
cheaper, better?
Well, that's the problem. People get very caught up in the actual cost of the insurance.
Mm-hmm.
And really, more importantly, is the coverage you're getting. Because, in South Florida also we have issues with hurricanes,
mm-hmm.
Fires, and et cetera. So don't get so caught up in the price. You need to look at the coverage.
Is more expensive better? Or, again, it's what you get?
Yeah, you'd be surprised. Sometimes, remember, you're going to have insurance agents, and they're going to go to different companies.
Okay.
So you got to kind of compare, but apples to apples, not just the cost, but also what the coverage is versus the coverage.
Does it matter who my agent is?
I'd look for an agent. We've got a good expert today to talk about the values of the insurance.
Mm-hmm.
I'd look for an agent who does it all, who does your car, can do your auto, maybe life insurance, and try to get a full package. Sometimes you can't do that. Sometimes you got to get one in each place.
But I guess so. Does this sound like something a realtor would help you with, or this sounds almost like, because if you do that, then that's just for me. My realtor's not going to look at my car. Like,
No.
Okay.
Your insurance agent might direct you to he believes is a good insurance agent,
mm-hmm.
and you go to that person. You can ask your question. You can obviously shop it around. You can go online. I guess what I'm trying to get to is there's two factors. One is obviously the more expensive the coverage, the more it affects your ability to qualify because that's part of your mortgage payment. We know we have taxes, we have insurance, and the actual mortgage for the house.
So that affects your qualification.
Absolutely.
We talked about before.
That's why a lot of times people go with a less expensive insurance policy, so they meet the ratios for the bank to qualify. That's one factor.
Mm-hmm.
But the second factor is to make sure that you're properly covered, where if something does happen, you're covered. So it's not as simple as you get the smallest, easiest policy and close. It can come back to haunt you.
And just to wrap it up, I guess, be sure that you're the one that's looking at what you need. Right, because it doesn't sound like anyone's going to...
Well, I mean, again, and that's the purpose of your agent. To run into questions. I'm buying a house for X numbers of dollars. This is the coverage I need. There's a certain amount of coverage the bank requires, your lender. And do I want to cover for theft, for fire, etc. But it's a whole big thing. So don't wait till the last minute and get the most simplest, cheapest policy. It can really come back to hurt you.
And the agent definitely matters.
I think the agent's really your key to that. I mean, similar to your realtor, that's your go-to person. It's going to explain to you what the policy does and do. I mean, it's a good agent is extremely important.
Okay. And with that, we'll go to the expert of the week, and we'll be back with the property of the week. We're here with the expert of the week, Victor Gabuardi. Thank you for coming on.
Thank you very much.
From We Insure. Victor, before we start, could you give us a little brief history on you or We Insure, or whatever you like?
So, We Insure, it's a franchise. It's based out of Jacksonville. We have around 82 offices in the state of Florida and a couple in Georgia. We are all independent owners.
Mm-hmm.
I have been in the insurance business for about 12 years, and with We Insure for a couple of years now. We specialize in homeowners insurance.
Okay, cool. That'll segue into our topic of the week. What we're doing is we're looking at this as a first-time home buyer. Okay, we're going through our steps, and we got our finances in order. We saw the last interviews. We kind of got our stuff in order. We're going to buy the home. How important is homeowners insurance?
So homeowners insurance, besides being a prerequisite for you to get a mortgage, it also protects your biggest investment that you will probably make in your whole life. It will protect your home. It will protect your property in the home, and it will also protect you in case of liability, a slip and fall, and somebody suing you. It will also protect you in that aspect.
and I know maybe you wouldn't want this, but is there any way as a homeowner that I can get my policy reduced?
Absolutely, yes, and we help the clients get those credits so that they can, so that the premium can be reduced. One of the ways is to make sure that you have all your wind mitigations, as we saw in the previous episodes. With the home inspections, the wind mitigation inspection give you credit for your home.
And that would be, oh yeah, go ahead.
So having protected openings, whether it's shutters or impact windows, or just the old-fashioned one metals that you used to put up. All those will give you, all those will give you credit towards your premiums. Also, making sure that the roof it's with Florida Building Code, and make sure the roof is strapped to the foundation.
Okay. Is there any other things that maybe when you're looking at the home that you could see, they go, wow, maybe this will help me with insurance or anything, or is it just mostly wind mitigation?
It's mostly wind mitigation, even if it's an older home, as long as you have that wind mitigation with up-to-date codes, it will give you the biggest discounts.
If I was a home buyer, what would I look for in an agency or my policy? What's another thing that I would look at?
So make sure that when you're shopping for insurance, the agent has a variety of people where they can place that insurance.
Okay.
At We Insure, we quote through over 150 different companies in the state, and we are a broker agency.
Right.
So we look for the best available coverage at the best available price for the clients.
So the agent is obviously important because he'll look at a lot.
He'll have to look at different options to make sure the client is well protected at the best available price.
Okay, cool. And then I guess the last question before we wrap it up. A cheaper policy would be better for me, or should I look for my benefits, or should I look for what I need for the home? What would you recommend? Because I'm on a budget and I want to buy the home, or I want to make low payments in a month. No, I mean that's what some people think. Or is it better? It's insurance. You really need to look at what you're going to be covered for.
Absolutely. So first of all, make sure that it is an A-rated company. You gotta make sure that the company that you're being insured with, it's stable and has the financial backing to make sure, should something happen, that you'll be covered. That is first and foremost. And when you get that, make sure that you're getting all the credits, and make sure that you're talking to your agent so that you're properly covered. I know you're looking for the best price,
right?
But you're going to get what you pay for.
Right. That might not be the best thing in case something blows off, or
Exactly.
Okay.
And there's different options where the policy can be very, very inexpensive, but you want to make sure that that policy hasn't been stripped out and stripped away of all the coverage to meet that premium that you're looking for. You got to make sure that you're properly covered and hopefully getting it at a very good price.
All right, cool. Victor, do you have anything else for the viewers or us to learn about?
Just thank you, the Gabuardi Group for this opportunity. Really appreciate it, and thank you for having us.
No, Victor, thank you for coming on. We'll be back with the property of the week. Thank you again to the expert of the week, and now we're going to go to the property of the week. Sal, the property of the week is 250 Northwest 61st Avenue, Miami, Florida.
Finally hit the market. That's a total redo house. And talking about insurance, that one you get the credit for the impact windows. You get credit for a brand new roof, electrical update. So I mean that's a good house to start with, because you show what a clean house will help you with your insurance. We're asking $399. Gives you a lot of financing options. It's in a great part of town. It's right off West Flag and 61st Avenue. Enjoy. I think it's a hot property, a hot area, and it should be a good purchase for somebody.
Okay, cool. Sal, again, like every week, do we have anything else for the week?
Well, again, it's the same as last week. I mean, we're taking the steps one by one. Today we touched on insurance, which I can't stress is an extremely important thing, especially with South Florida, especially with the hurricane issues.
And for approval, that was a good point. I thought that was a big
point. And qualifying.
Right.
But again, don't make the mistake where you get the lowest, cheapest policy, and then something happens, and your biggest investment has been damaged, and the insurance is not going to cover it. Next week we'll take another topic, and we're heading towards our big closing.
Okay, cool. I can't wait. I can't wait for that.
Neither can I.
Well, we appreciate all of you for watching. Thank you again, Sal, for the lesson. And from Gabuardi Realty, we wish you a good day and sell more homes.